Class, today we will start chapter number 1, our body. Our body is like a machine. Like machine, it has different parts which perform a specific function. Our body needs proper care and food for development and its growth. There are two types of organ in our body: external organs and internal organs. External organs are those which we can see outside our body and can touch it, like skin, eyes, ear, and arms. Internal organs are present inside our body. They are not visible to us, like stomach, brain, lungs, and heart. Here are our major body organs like skin, eye, ear, stomach, lungs, brain, heart, bones, joint, and muscles. First one is skin. Skin is the largest organ of our body. It provides protective barrier and protect us from bacteria and germs. It has three layers like epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. Epidermis is the uppermost layer of the skin. Dermis has sweat gland. It regulates the temperature of our body. Hypodermis has fatty tissues. It is a protective barrier for our skeleton and internal organ. The eye. It is one of the most important part of our body. We cannot see without eyes. The eye consists of the following parts. Cornea. The function of cornea is to allow light to pass and ensure it reaches the entire eye so that it functions properly. It is the first part of your eye. Sclera. It is a wide area which you see in the eye. Iris. Iris control the movement of your pupil. Pupil. It is the centermost part of your eye, which is usually dark. In brighter light, the pupil is small, and in darker areas, it gets bigger. Lens. Lens is the small part around the pupil of the eye. It helps in focusing. Then there is the optic nerve, which connect your eye to the brain. Image formed by the retina. The image formed on the retina is upside down, but your brain understands the image and interprets the image as being right side up. So you see the clear picture. Ear. Ear is another sensory organ. It is the organ for hearing and maintaining balance. Ear is divided into three parts: the outer ear that you can touch, then the middle ear, it has eardrum, then the inner ear, it has cochlea, which help in maintaining the balance. Stomach. Stomach is a letter J-shaped organ. When we eat food, after biting and grinding from your teeth, it goes down to your throat, and from the throat it goes into the esophagus, then into the stomach. The main function of the stomach is to store and break down food. There are stomach juices which help stomach in digesting the food. They are the enzymes. Lungs. There are two lungs in our body located on the left and right side of our chest. The left lung is smaller than the right lung. They are protected by the rib cage. The lung help in breathing. We breathe in oxygen and exhale out carbon dioxide. The oxygen is then transferred into the blood and pumped around the body. The brain. It controls all the activity of our body, and it is protected by the skull. There are three main parts of the brain: cerebrum, cerebellum, and brain stem. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and it controls memory, speech, thoughts, and feelings. Cerebellum helps to maintain our balance, control movement, and makes our muscles move together. Brain stem connect the brain to the rest of the body. The heart. Heart pumps the blood which circulates throughout our body. It is the size of our fist. It is located at the left side of our chest. It has 4 chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Oxygen-rich blood flows from the left atrium into the left ventricle and then around the body. From the body, blood without oxygen flows into the right atrium, and from the right atrium it flows into the right ventricle and then to lungs to add oxygen to the blood. Bone. Bone makes the structure of our body. It is like a framework of our body. Babies' skeleton are made up of more than 300 bones, but as we grow up, the bones get fused and adult skeleton has 206 bones, which are harder. The bones protect the softer part of our body. Skull is like a natural helmet which protects the brain, and ribs is like a shield around our vital organs like lungs, heart, liver, stomach, intestine. The point where 2 bones meet are called joints. There are 2 types of joints: movable joints and immovable joints. Movable joints can move like joints in our spine and arms. Immovable joints are fixed and cannot move. For example, joints in our skull. It cannot move. The joint of our neck can move. The joint of shoulder can move. Elbow, we can move the elbow, the wrist, the hip, the knee and the ankle. So these are the joints which can move. There are 2 kinds of moving joints. There is a fixed joint like the joint of our skull. Then there is a hinge joint which acts like a hinge of a door that allows only back and forth movement. For example, the joints of our knee and the joint of our ankle. Then there is a ball and socket joint which allows movement in all directions, like the joints of our shoulder and the joints of our hip. Now the muscles. Our body is covered with muscles. Human body has more than 600 muscles. Muscles help in moving our body by contracting and relaxing the muscles. Our body moves with the help of muscles and bone. Muscles and bone move together in pairs. This means that one muscle contracts, its partner relaxes. Then the partner muscle contracts and the first muscle relaxes. Type of muscles. There are 2 types of muscles: voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are those which we can control. We can control the movement of voluntary muscles. For example, the muscles of our arms and legs. Involuntary muscles are those which we cannot control the movement of involuntary muscles, which cannot be controlled. The movement of involuntary muscles cannot be controlled, like the heartbeat, blood circulation, food digestion. Class, we have completed our chapter. Hopefully this presentation will help you in understanding the function of our organs.